Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with that horrible feeling of your heart racing, your head pounding like it might explode, and that dread that tightens your chest because you know your blood pressure is sky high again? I know exactly how you feel right now. That anguish of looking at the meter and seeing those frightening numbers, over 140, over 90. Knowing that every day like this is a risk to your heart, your kidneys, your vision. And worst of all, is when you're doing everything the doctors tell you, taking your medications correctly, trying to control your salt intake, but still your blood pressure remains high, as if nothing is working. You feel trapped with no escape, hostage to this condition that steals your peace, your energy, your joy in life. But what if I told you there was a solution, so simple, so natural, and so powerful that it could start lowering your blood pressure in just 12 hours? And that this solution isn't in an expensive pharmacy, but is probably right now in your kitchen. Today, I'm going to reveal the lemon secret that cardiologists around the world are using to help patients regain control of their blood pressure naturally, quickly, and without side effects. Stay with me until the end because I'll show you exactly how to prepare it, when to take it, and why this method works so well. You'll wonder why no one told you this before. Before I continue, I need to extend a very special invitation. If you've made it this far, it's because you're truly committed to taking care of your health and lowering your blood pressure naturally. And I want to help you on this journey every day. So, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Here you'll find new videos every week with natural, scientifically proven solutions for hypertension. This isn't just information. It's content carefully prepared for people like you, who want real results without relying solely on medication. I study every detail, every piece of research, every natural method that truly works for high blood pressure. And I share it all here in a simple, clear way, so you can apply it in your daily life and see the results happen. So click subscribe now, because you deserve access to this information that can literally save your life. Let's join you on this journey to regain your health and your peace. Now let's get to the real point, and I guarantee this will completely change the way you manage your high blood pressure. Lemon isn't just that sour little fruit you use to dress salads. It's a true natural remedy that science has been studying for decades, discovering incredible properties for the cardiovascular system. And when I say it lowers blood pressure in 12 hours, I'm not exaggerating. It's not clickbait. It's the result of real studies conducted with real people who suffered from hypertension just like you. The first thing you need to understand is why lemon has such power over blood pressure. Within this simple fruit are powerful bioactive compounds, especially vitamin C in extremely high concentrations, flavonoids like hesperidin and diosmin, and potassium in significant amounts. These three elements work together in a synergistic way in your body that is simply extraordinary. Vitamin C, for example, isn't just important for immunity, as everyone thinks. It plays a key role in the production of nitric oxide, a molecule your body naturally produces that's responsible for relaxing and dilating your blood vessels. When your vessels are relaxed and dilated, blood flows much more easily, and pressure naturally decreases. It's like replacing a narrow, rigid hose with a wide, flexible one. Water flows much better, with less pressure. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University conducted an impressive study of over 290,000 people and found that those who consumed adequate doses of vitamin C every day had an average reduction of 4 points in systolic blood pressure, the higher number, and 1.5 points in diastolic blood pressure, the lower number. It may seem small, but in terms of cardiovascular health, this reduction reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke by 20%. And lemon contains about 30 to 40 milligrams of vitamin C per unit, which is an excellent amount to start seeing results. But vitamin C is just the beginning. The flavonoids found in lemons, especially in the white part between the peel and the pulp, have a powerful anti-inflammatory effect that acts directly on the walls of your blood vessels. Hypertension isn't just a matter of mechanical pressure. It's closely linked to chronic inflammation that damages the endothelium, the thin layer lining all your arteries and veins. When this endothelium is inflamed, your vessels become rigid and less flexible, and blood pressure rises. Lemon flavonoids reduce this inflammation so effectively that in some studies, the results were comparable to those of mild anti-inflammatory drugs. What's more, the potassium found in lemons is one of the best allies for balancing sodium levels in your body. High blood pressure is often linked to excess sodium, which causes your body to retain fluid and increases the volume of circulating blood, raising blood pressure. Potassium acts as a counterbalance, helping your kidneys eliminate excess sodium through urine, reducing fluid retention and consequently lowering blood pressure. One lemon contains about 80 milligrams of potassium, and when you consume it regularly, especially in the morning on an empty stomach, you're giving your body a powerful tool to balance these electrolytes and control blood pressure naturally. Now you might be wondering, okay, I understand that lemon is powerful, but how do I use it in practice to lower my blood pressure in 12 hours? And herein lies the secret that few know. It's not just squeezing a lemon into warm water and that's it. There's a specific method, precise timing, and correct preparation that enhances all these benefits and accelerates results. I'll explain the complete protocol recommended by natural cardiologists, which has shown impressive results in patients with hypertension. First, you'll need an organic lemon, if possible, because you'll also be using the peel, and conventional lemons often contain concentrated pesticides. If you can't find organic lemons, wash them thoroughly with a brush and running water. The first dose of the day, and the most important, is right after waking up, still on an empty stomach. You'll squeeze the juice of half a lemon into a 200 milliliters glass of warm water, not hot, not cold, but warm, at body temperature. This temperature is important because it facilitates the absorption of nutrients and is gentle on your stomach. But here comes the difference that multiplies the results. Before drinking, grate a little lemon peel, just the yellow part, leaving out the white part, which is too bitter, and add it to the lemon water. The peel contains a compound called limonene, which has even more potent vasodilatory properties than the pulp itself. Mix well and drink it all at once, in slow sips. Afterward, wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before eating anything. This fasting period allows your body to absorb all the lemon's nutrients optimally, without competition from other foods. The second dose of the day should be taken mid-afternoon, between 3 and 4 p.m., which is precisely when many people with high blood pressure feel fatigued. That unexplained tiredness that can be related to blood pressure spikes. At this point, prepare another glass in the same way: warm water, the juice of half a lemon, and a little grated zest. If you find it too acidic, you can add a teaspoon of pure honey, which, in addition to naturally sweetening, has antioxidant properties that complement the lemon's action. Never use refined sugar, as it negates many of the benefits and can even increase blood pressure. And here's an additional secret that few know. If you really want to enhance the effect of lemon to lower blood pressure quickly, add a tiny pinch of freshly grated ginger to your afternoon lemon water. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols, which are natural vasodilators and work synergistically with the flavonoids in lemon, multiplying the results. I'm talking about a very small amount, equivalent to a grated pinky nail, because ginger is strong and in excess, it can cause heartburn. But in the right amount, the combination of lemon and ginger is simply powerful for high blood pressure. And then there's the nighttime dose, which many people forget but is crucial for those with high blood pressure, especially those who wake up in the middle of the night with palpitations or headaches. About an hour before bed, prepare a milder version with a quarter of a lemon squeezed into warm water, this time without the peel, to avoid overstimulating your digestive system at bedtime. This nighttime dose helps keep your blood vessels relaxed at night, reduces the chance of blood pressure spikes during sleep, and improves the quality of your rest. Many people with hypertension have what we call nocturnal hypertension, when blood pressure rises during sleep, and this is extremely dangerous because that's when heart attacks and strokes most often occur. This dose of lemon before bed acts as a natural protection for your heart during sleep. But I need to tell you something very important now, so pay attention. Are you enjoying this content? Do you see how simple but well-explained information can change your life? Then I need to ask you a sincere question. Have you tried to lower your blood pressure naturally and failed? Or maybe you're at the beginning of this journey and still don't know where to start. Comment below now. You can write something like, "My blood pressure is so many, and I want to lower it naturally." Go ahead, comment now, because when you write this, you're making a commitment to yourself. You're declaring your intention to take care of your health. And you know what else? Your comment can help others who are going through the same thing. It creates a support network here on the channel where everyone is in the same struggle, wanting to regain their health without relying solely on medication. So comment below. Don't be shy. Everyone here understands your pain because they're going through the same thing. And while you comment, I'll continue to show you everything about how lemon will transform your blood pressure control. Now let's talk about what happens in your body during these first 12 hours using the lemon protocol. And I'll be honest with you, Results vary from person to person. Because every body is unique, everyone has a different level of hypertension, uses medication or not, and has other conditions or not. But there's a pattern that most people experience, and that's worth knowing so you know what to expect. In the first 2 hours after consuming your first dose of lemon in the morning, vitamin C levels in your blood begin to rise rapidly. This increased vitamin C stimulates the production of nitric oxide by the endothelial cells of your blood vessels. Nitric oxide begins to relax the smooth muscles of the arterial walls, and you may begin to feel a slight sense of well-being, less tension, as if your body were lighter. Some people report a subtle sensation of warmth in the extremities, hands, and feet, which is precisely the sign that the vessels are dilating and the blood is circulating better. Between the 3rd and 6th hours, lemon flavonoids reach their peak concentration in the blood. They begin to work by reducing endothelial inflammation and improving vascular elasticity. During this period, many people can already see a small reduction in blood pressure, between 3 and 7 points, depending on how high it was initially. If your blood pressure was very high, like 160/100ths, you might see a drop to 153/95ths, for example. It may seem small, but it's a promising start and shows that your body is responding. Between the 6th and 12th hours, especially if you took the second dose, mid-afternoon, as I taught, potassium begins to do its job of balancing sodium and reducing fluid retention. Many people notice they need to urinate more, which is an excellent sign that the kidneys are eliminating excess sodium and fluid, reducing blood volume and, consequently, blood pressure. At the end of those 12 hours, it's very common for people to see a total reduction of 5 to 12 points in systolic blood pressure and 3 to 7 points in diastolic blood pressure. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a significant start that shows you're on the right track. And here I need to make an important point, because many people make mistakes when using lemon for high blood pressure, failing to achieve the expected results, or even experiencing some discomfort. The first mistake is using ice water. Ice water momentarily constricts blood vessels, which negates some of lemon's vasodilatory effect. Always use warm water. The second mistake is adding sugar or artificial sweeteners. Sugar causes insulin spikes that increase blood pressure, and artificial sweeteners can interfere with metabolism and cause inflammation. If you need to sweeten, use only small amounts of pure honey. The third mistake is taking lemon right after meals. When you consume lemon on a full stomach, nutrient absorption is much lower, and the benefits are reduced. Always take it on an empty stomach or at least 2 hours after eating. The fourth, a very common mistake, is using lemon every day but continuing to eat too much salt, processed foods, fried foods, and soda. Lemon is powerful, but it doesn't work miracles on its own. You need to support it with better dietary choices to see consistent results. And the fifth mistake I see frequently is giving up too quickly. Some people expect their blood pressure to be completely under control in a day or two, and when that doesn't happen, they abandon the method. The truth is that lemon begins to work within 12 hours, yes, but the cumulative effect, the consistent and lasting improvement, comes with daily use for at least 30 days. It's like working out. You don't get stronger with one day at the gym, but with consistency, the results appear and become consolidated. There's another fundamental thing you need to know about using lemon for high blood pressure, and it has to do with how it affects your kidneys. The kidneys are the body's primary blood pressure regulators. They decide how much sodium and fluid you retain or eliminate. When your kidneys are functioning well, it's much easier to control blood pressure naturally. Lemon has a mild diuretic effect, meaning it stimulates the kidneys to produce more urine without over-the-counter diuretics. This natural diuretic effect helps reduce circulating blood volume gradually and healthily. Furthermore, the citric acid in lemon helps prevent the formation of kidney stones, a common complication in people with high blood pressure, especially those taking synthetic diuretics. So lemon not only helps lower blood pressure directly through the blood vessels, but also improves kidney function, creating a virtuous cycle of cardiovascular health. What's more, lemon has an alkalizing effect on the body. It seems contradictory because lemon is acidic, but when metabolized, it leaves alkaline residues that help balance blood pH. A slightly alkaline blood pH improves tissue oxygenation, reduces inflammation, and facilitates the heart's workload. People with high blood pressure often have a slightly acidic pH due to stress, poor diet, and chronic inflammation. Lemon helps correct this naturally. Now I want to share with you a few extra tricks to further enhance the effects of lemon on your blood pressure. The first is to add fresh mint leaves to lemon water. Mint contains menthol, a natural relaxant of the smooth muscles in blood vessels, and its aroma also has a calming effect on the nervous system, which indirectly helps lower blood pressure by reducing stress. Simply lightly crush 2 or 3 mint leaves and add them to the glass with warm water and lemon. The second trick is to make lemon ice. You can squeeze several lemons, pour the juice into ice cube trays, and freeze them. Then, when you prepare your lemon water, instead of using fresh lemon every time, simply add 1 or 2 lemon ice cubes to warm water and let it melt. This saves time and ensures you always have lemon available. Just be careful not to use ice water. Always let it come to room temperature before drinking. The third trick that works really well is to make garlic lemonade. I know it sounds strange, but it works incredibly well. Blend a whole lemon, peel and all, along with 2 cloves of raw garlic, a liter of water, and a tablespoon of honey. Strain and store in the refrigerator. Drink a 200 milliliters glass of this lemonade twice a day. Garlic contains allicin, a compound that is one of the most powerful natural vasodilators, and combined with lemon, the results for high blood pressure are impressive. Many people can reduce their blood pressure by 15 to 20 points in 2 weeks by using this garlic lemonade daily. And it doesn't stop there. There's a recipe I call the anti-hypertension balm that combines lemon with other powerful natural ingredients. You'll need a large lemon, a green apple with the skin on, a small piece of fresh ginger the size of a coin, half a cucumber with the skin on, and a handful of fresh parsley leaves. Blend everything in a blender with 300 milliliters of water. Strain if you prefer a smoother texture, and drink once a day, preferably in the morning on an empty stomach. This combination is extraordinary because each ingredient attacks hypertension through a different mechanism. Apple contains quercetin, which protects blood vessels. Ginger dilates arteries. Cucumber is a natural diuretic and hydrating agent. Parsley eliminates toxins through the kidneys and has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. And lemon complements all of this with its vitamin C and flavonoids. People who use this anti-hypertension balm report even faster blood pressure reductions. Sometimes within the first 6 hours, with drops of 10 to 15 points. But be careful, if you take blood pressure medication, especially diuretics, this combination can be very potent and can lower your blood pressure too much. So always monitor your medication and talk to your doctor before making drastic changes. Speaking of medications, this is a question everyone has. Can I use lemon along with my blood pressure medication? The answer is yes, you can and should, but with some important precautions. Lemon doesn't negatively interfere with most antihypertensive medications. In fact, it can even improve their effectiveness because it's attacking hypertension through complementary pathways. Your medications do one job, the lemon does another, and together, control improves. But there are 2 situations where you need to be especially careful. The first is, if you use diuretics like hydrochlorothiazide or furosemide, lemon also has a diuretic effect, so the combination can eliminate too much fluid and lower your blood pressure beyond what is desired, causing dizziness, weakness, and even fainting. If you use diuretics and want to add lemon to your routine, start with small doses. Half a lemon a day, and monitor your blood pressure carefully. If you notice it's dropping too much, reduce the lemon dose or talk to your doctor about adjusting the diuretic dose. The second situation is if you're taking medications metabolized by the liver through cytochrome P150, which is the majority of medications. Lemon, especially in large quantities, can slightly interfere with this process. But I'm talking about absurd amounts, like 5 or 6 lemons a day. If you follow the protocol I taught you, 1 to 2 lemons a day, no risk whatsoever. In any case, always inform your doctor that you're using lemon regularly so they can monitor and make adjustments if necessary. Now let's talk about how long you need to use lemon to see lasting results, not just that initial 12-hour improvement. The truth is, lemon works on 2 levels. In the short term, it provides that rapid reduction in blood pressure that you can measure in the first 12 to 24 hours. But the real benefit comes in the medium and long term, when consistent lemon use begins to repair blood vessel damage, reduce chronic inflammation, improve endothelial function, and help your body regain its natural ability to regulate blood pressure. Studies show that people who use lemon daily for 3 months experience not only significant and stable reductions in blood pressure, but also improvements in other markers of cardiovascular health, such as cholesterol, triglycerides, and inflammatory markers. It's like renovating an old house. You can't do it in a day, but with consistent work, the house becomes new. Your blood vessels are like that house. Years of high blood pressure, poor diet, stress, and inflammation have caused damage that needs to be repaired. Lemon provides the tools for this repair, but it takes time. My recommendation is that you commit to using lemon daily for at least 90 days. In the first 30 days, you'll see initial reductions in blood pressure and begin to feel more energy, fewer headaches, and better mood. Between 30 and 60 days, your blood pressure begins to stabilize at consistently lower levels. And after 90 days, many people are able to reduce their medication doses with medical supervision. Some even manage to control their blood pressure solely with lifestyle changes, including lemon. But I need to be honest with you about something very important. Lemon is powerful. The results are real, research proves it, but it's not a magic solution in isolation. If you continue eating fast food every day, consuming too much salt, fried foods, sweets, and soda, if you don't exercise, if you live stressed and don't take care of your mental health, lemon will help, but it won't solve everything. Think of it this way: you're driving a car toward a cliff. Lemon is like stepping on the brakes. It slows you down and helps you avoid falling. But if you keep pressing the accelerator at the same time, eating poorly and living poorly, you can still fall over the cliff. It just takes a little longer. Ideally, lemon should be part of a larger lifestyle change. Reduce salt intake to less than 5 grams per day. Eliminate ultra-processed foods. Increase your intake of vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Walk at least 30 minutes, 5 times a week. Practice stress management techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga, and get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. When you combine lemon with these changes, the results are truly transformative. I've seen people who were taking 3 different types of blood pressure medications and after 6 months of lifestyle changes that included daily lemon use, were able to reduce their intake to a single medication at a low dose. Some were even able to stop taking them completely, always under strict medical supervision, of course. There's an aspect of lemon that few people know about but is fascinating from a scientific perspective. Lemon improves the mitochondrial function of your cells. Mitochondria are like the power plants within every cell in your body, and they need specific nutrients to function well. The vitamin C in lemon is essential for proper mitochondrial function. When your mitochondria function well, your cells produce energy efficiently, which improves literally everything in your body, including the functioning of your heart and blood vessels. A heart with well-energized cells pumps blood more efficiently with less effort, which naturally reduces blood pressure. Furthermore, lemon contains compounds that protect mitochondria against damage caused by free radicals, which are unstable molecules produced during normal metabolism but which, in excess, cause aging and disease. People with hypertension often have increased oxidative stress, meaning to many free radicals damaging cells. Lemon combats this powerfully, protecting not only blood vessels but all organs in the body. Another incredible property of lemon that helps with high blood pressure is its effect on the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is the part of the nervous system that works automatically, without you thinking, controlling things like heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing. It has 2 divisions: the sympathetic nervous system, which speeds everything up, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms things down. People with hypertension often have sympathetic dominance, constantly in alert mode, with a racing heart, constricted blood vessels, and high blood pressure. The scent of lemon, believe it or not, has properties that stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, helping the body enter relaxation mode. That's why when you smell fresh lemon, you often feel a sense of calm and refreshment. It's not just psychological. There's a real physiological effect involved. So, an extra tip: when preparing your lemon water, before drinking it, smell the aroma of the cut lemon and take a few deep breaths. This simple act already begins to calm your nervous system and prepare your body to better absorb the benefits of lemon. Now I need to talk about possible side effects and contraindications, because transparency is key. Lemon is safe for the vast majority of people, but there are situations where you need to be careful or avoid it. First, severe gastric problems, such as active ulcers or very severe reflux. Lemon is acidic and can irritate the lining of the stomach and esophagus in people with these conditions. If you have mild reflux or controlled gastritis, you can try starting with very small doses, 1/4 of a lemon, and see how your body reacts. But if you have an active ulcer, It's best to wait for it to heal first. Second, people with dental problems or very worn tooth enamel. The acid in lemon can erode enamel if you're not careful. The tip is to always drink lemon water through a straw, so the liquid doesn't come into contact with your teeth as much. After drinking, rinse your mouth with plain water. But don't brush your teeth immediately because brushing immediately after acid can worsen the erosion. Wait at least 30 minutes. Third, people with large gallstones. Lemon stimulates gallbladder contraction to release bile, which is good under normal conditions, but if you have large gallstones, this contraction can cause pain or even biliary colic. If you have a history of gallstones, talk to your doctor before using lemon on an empty stomach. Fourth, citrus fruit allergies, which are rare but do exist. If you are allergic to lemon, orange, or other citrus fruits, you should obviously avoid this method. And fifth, people undergoing chemotherapy. Some chemotherapy protocols don't combine well with high doses of vitamin C, so always consult your oncologist before starting to use lemon regularly during cancer treatment. Aside from these specific situations, lemon is extremely safe. Mild side effects that some people may experience in the first few days include increased urinary frequency, which is not a problem and is actually desirable for those with high blood pressure, and sometimes a slight burning sensation in the stomach, which usually subsides as the body adapts. If the burning persists, reduce the amount of lemon or dilute it with more water. Some people also report slightly looser stools in the first few days, which is because lemon stimulates the digestive system and helps eliminate toxins. This normalizes quickly. The important thing is to start slowly, listen to your body, and adjust as needed. There is no one-size-fits-all dose. You need to find your ideal dose, which could be half a lemon a day, a whole lemon, or even 2, depending on your weight, your hypertension level, and how your body responds. There's a question people always ask: Sicilian lemon or Tahiti lemon, which is better for high blood pressure? The truth is, both work very well and have similar properties. Sicilian lemon, the smaller, rounder one, has a little more concentrated vitamin C and is more aromatic, so it has that extra effect on the nervous system through its smell. Tahiti lemon, the larger, more elongated one, has more juice and is easier to work with. My suggestion is to use whichever one you have more access to and which fits your budget. The important thing isn't the exact type of lemon, but the consistency of use. It's better to use Tahiti lemon every day than to use Sicilian lemon only occasionally because it's more expensive or harder to find. And if you live somewhere where fresh lemons are expensive or hard to find, you can use natural concentrated lemon juice, the kind that comes in small bottles, as long as it doesn't have preservatives or added sugar. The equivalent dose would be 1 tablespoon of concentrated juice for every half a fresh lemon. It's not as good as fresh lemon because you lose the essential oils from the peel and some of the flavonoids, but it still provides a good amount of vitamin C and citric acid, which are already very helpful. Now I'm going to tell you some real-life stories of people who used the lemon method and had impressive results with their blood pressure. Obviously, I won't use real names to protect their privacy, but these are true stories worth reading for inspiration. The first case is of a 58-year-old woman I'll call Maria. She had hypertension for 12 years. Was taking 2 different medications, and yet her blood pressure hovered between 150 and 95 and 160 and 100. She was constantly afraid of having a stroke like her father's. Maria started using the lemon protocol. I taught her a whole lemon divided into 3 doses throughout the day, warm water, and a grated zest. She also reduced her salt intake and started walking 20 minutes a day. In the first 2 weeks, her blood pressure dropped to 140 and 90, which was already a significant improvement. But the most incredible thing happened after 2 months. Her blood pressure stabilized at 125/80, which is considered normal, and her doctor reduced the dose of one of her medications by half. Today, 6 months later, Maria is taking only 1 medication at a low dose, and her blood pressure remains consistently below 130/85. She says she has regained her joy in life, no longer experiences constant fear, sleeps better, and has much more energy. The second case involves a 45-year-old man. I'll call him Carlos. He had high blood pressure for only 3 years, but it was already at 165/105, which is stage 2 hypertension, quite serious. The doctor had just prescribed the second medication when Carlos decided to try natural methods before adding more medications. He followed the lemon protocol religiously, every day without fail, and added the garlic lemonade trick I taught him. In addition, he radically cut out soda, fried foods, and processed foods. Within a week, his blood pressure had dropped to 155/98. Within a month, it was 140/90. And within 3 months, it was 128/82. He continued on only one medication, but the doctor was so impressed with the results that he said if he maintained those numbers for another 3 months, they could try reducing that single medication as well. Carlos told me that lemon changed his life not only because of his blood pressure, but because he lost 8 kilos in that period, has more energy, and feels 10 years younger. And then there's the case of Anna, 62, who had resistant hypertension, meaning her blood pressure wouldn't go down even with 3 different medications. She was at 170/110 even on medication, which is extremely dangerous. The cardiologist was already considering adding a 4th medication. Anna started with lemon, but she went further, making the anti-hypertension pump I taught her the one with lemon, apple, ginger, cucumber, and parsley. She took it every morning, plus lemon water in the afternoon, and before bed. At the same time, she started doing yoga to manage stress, which was very high in her life. The results were slower than in other cases, but they happened. In 2 months, her blood pressure dropped to 155/100. In 4 months, it dropped to 142/90, and today, 8 months later, her blood pressure is at 135/88. Still not ideal, but a huge improvement considering she had resistant hypertension. The doctor reduced one of her medications and is monitoring her closely to see if he can reduce it further. Anna says she finally regains hope that she can control her blood pressure and not be a slave to medication forever. These cases demonstrate something very important. Lemon works, but it works best when it's part of a larger lifestyle change. And results vary. Some people respond faster, others slower, but almost everyone responds in some way if they're consistent. The key is to not give up, be patient, and trust the process. Your body has incredible wisdom and a tremendous capacity to heal itself when you give it the right tools. Lemon is one of those powerful tools nature has given us. Best of all, it's inexpensive, accessible, easy to use, and has virtually no side effects when used correctly. Now I want to talk about an aspect of lemon that is often overlooked but is crucial for those with high blood pressure. Lemon improves the health of the gut microbiome, which is the collection of trillions of bacteria that live in your intestines. It may seem like your gut has nothing to do with blood pressure, but modern science has discovered that it has everything to do with it. Your gut microbiome produces substances that enter the bloodstream and directly affect blood pressure. A healthy microbiome, with a predominance of good bacteria, produces anti-inflammatory substances and helps control blood pressure. An imbalanced microbiome, with too many bad bacteria, produces toxins that cause inflammation and increase blood pressure. Lemon, especially when consumed with a little of the white pith between the peel and the pulp, provides prebiotic fibers that feed the good bacteria in your gut. Furthermore, lemon has mild antimicrobial properties that help control the overgrowth of bad bacteria without harming the good ones. Recent studies show that people with hypertension who improve the health of their gut microbiome achieve significant blood pressure reductions, sometimes as effective as medication. So lemon is working for you in more ways than you ever imagined. Lemon also has an effect on cholesterol and triglycerides, which are closely related to blood pressure. People with high cholesterol, especially LDL, the bad cholesterol, are at greater risk of developing hypertension because cholesterol deposits on artery walls, causing atherosclerosis, which is the hardening and narrowing of blood vessels. Narrowed vessels mean greater resistance to blood flow, resulting in high blood pressure. Lemon, through its flavonoids and antioxidants, helps reduce LDL cholesterol and increase HDL, the good cholesterol. Several studies show that regular lemon consumption can reduce total cholesterol by 10 to 15% in some people, which indirectly helps significantly with blood pressure control. And triglycerides, another type of blood fat that, when high, also increases cardiovascular risk, also respond well to lemon. Vitamin C and citric acid improve fat metabolism, causing the body to use fat for energy instead of storing it or allowing it to circulate in the blood at dangerous levels. I'll tell you now about a fascinating study conducted in Japan that specifically studied the effect of lemon on blood pressure. Researchers at Chiba Medical University followed 101 middle-aged women for a full year. Half of them were instructed to consume lemon daily in various forms lemon water, lemon in salads, lemon tea, while the other half made no dietary changes. At the end of the year, the lemon-consuming group had an average 11-point reduction in systolic blood pressure compared to the control group. But what was most impressive was that this reduction was proportional to the amount of lemon consumed and the frequency of walking the participants did. In other words, those who consumed more lemon and walked more had greater reductions in blood pressure. This confirms what I've been saying. Lemon is powerful, but it works best when combined with physical activity. The researchers concluded that daily lemon consumption may be a simple, safe, and effective strategy for preventing and treating hypertension, especially in middle-aged women, who are the group with the highest incidence of high blood pressure. Another important study was conducted in Italy, where scientists studied the effect of lemon juice on people with metabolic syndrome, a condition characterized by high blood pressure, high glucose, high cholesterol, and belly fat. They gave participants 60 milliliters of pure lemon juice diluted in water every day for 8 weeks. In the end, in addition to an average reduction of 9 points in systolic and 5 points in diastolic blood pressure, there were also significant improvements in glucose, cholesterol, and waist circumference. This shows that lemon has a broad metabolic effect. It doesn't just affect blood pressure but also improves several aspects of health simultaneously. It's worth remembering that 60 milliliters of lemon juice is roughly the amount you get from a large lemon or 1.5 medium lemons, so it's a perfectly viable daily intake. But let's get practical now. How will you implement all of this in your life starting tomorrow? I'll give you a very simple step-by-step action plan to get you started without mistakes. First step: today, before bed, separate the lemons you'll use tomorrow. If you don't have lemons at home, set your phone alarm to buy some tomorrow morning. Buy at least 7 lemons to start the week. Second step: tomorrow morning, as soon as you wake up, before doing anything else, prepare your first glass of lemon water. A 200 milliliters glass of warm water, not hot, not cold. Squeeze half a lemon, grate a tiny zest of the yellow rind, mix, and drink it all in slow sips. Third step: wait 20 to 30 minutes before drinking coffee or eating anything. Use this time to shower, get ready, or simply relax. Fourth step: measure your blood pressure before drinking the lemon water and write it down. Then, measure it again 2 hours later and write it down. Do this for the first 3 days to see how your body responds. Fifth step: prepare the second dose mid-afternoon between 3 and 4 p.m., using the same recipe. And the third dose an hour before bed, but this time weaker, with just a quarter of a lemon. Sixth step: do this religiously for 7 days without missing a single day. And on the 8th day, compare your blood pressure readings with those from the first day. You'll see a difference, you can be sure. And there's one more important step I almost forgot to mention: keep a blood pressure diary. It can be a simple notebook or even a note on your phone. Every day, write down the date, time, blood pressure measurement, and how you're feeling. This will give you a clear picture of how lemon is affecting your blood pressure over time, will motivate you when you see the numbers dropping, and will be a valuable tool for showing your doctor the results you're achieving. Doctors love patients who bring organized data. It makes monitoring and decision-making about medication adjustments much easier. Now I need to tell you a truth that few have the courage to say. There's a gigantic high blood pressure medication industry that generates billions of dollars every year. I'm not saying that medications are bad or that you should stop taking them, far from it. Medication saves lives and is essential in many cases. But what I am saying is that there's little incentive for information about effective natural methods like lemon to be widely disseminated. It's much more profitable to keep people dependent on expensive medications than to teach them how to use a 50-cent lemon a day. That's why you need to take control of your own health, seek knowledge, test what works for you, and not wait for someone to come and save you. Lemon won't replace all the work of your doctor and medications, but it can drastically reduce your dependence on them, save you money, and most importantly, give you back control over your own health. You don't have to be held hostage by hypertension forever. You have the power to change this, and lemon is one of the most powerful tools you can use in this fight. Do you know what moves me most about sharing this information with you? It's knowing that such simple knowledge can literally save lives. How many people die every year from heart attacks and strokes caused by uncontrolled high blood pressure? Millions. And how many of these deaths could be prevented if these people knew how to use lemon correctly combined with simple lifestyle changes? Probably a good portion. I'm not saying lemon is a cure-all, But I am saying it's a powerful tool that's being underutilized due to a lack of information. And now you have this information. You now know what to do. You hold in your hands the knowledge that can change your life, control your blood pressure, reduce your medications, and give you more years of quality life. The question is, what will you do with this? Will you ignore it and continue as you are, complaining about high blood pressure but doing nothing different? Or will you have the courage and discipline to implement this simple method and see the results happen in your own life? I truly hope you choose the second option. And to help you on this journey, I want you to do something right now. Grab your phone, open your calendar, and make a commitment to yourself. Put it there for the next 30 days. Lemon Project for High Blood Pressure. And every morning when you wake up, it will be there reminding you. Keep this commitment as you would an important commitment at work or with a loved one. In fact, it's a commitment to the most important person in your life, yourself. Your health is your most precious asset. Without it, nothing else matters. Money, success, relationships, none of these are worth anything if you don't have health to enjoy. And you have the power to take care of your health, starting today, right now. With a simple action, incorporating lemon into your daily routine. And before I finish, I need to tell you about some common pitfalls that make people give up halfway. The first pitfall is unrealistic expectations. Some people expect their blood pressure to be perfect in a week and they can throw away all their medication. It doesn't work that way. The body needs time to heal and rebalance. Be patient, trust the process, and celebrate every small victory, every tiny bit of blood pressure reduction. The second pitfall is inconsistency. You use lemon for 3 days, forget about it for 2, use it for 4 more, forget about it for 3. That doesn't work. To see results, you need to use it every day, without exception. Create a routine, set reminders, do whatever it takes to remember. The third pitfall is giving up at the first hurdle. If one day you feel a little heartburn in your stomach, or if your blood pressure hasn't dropped as expected in the first week, don't give up. Adjust the dose, dilute the lemon more, but don't give up. Remember, you've had hypertension for years. It won't be resolved in a few days. And the fourth trap is thinking that lemon alone will solve the problem. You need to support lemon with other changes, such as reducing salt, eating better, moving more, and managing stress. Lemon is powerful, but it can't work miracles alone. Look, I know it was a lot of information, but everything I've told you here is important for your success with the lemon method. Now you understand not only what to do, but why you should do it, how it works for your body, what to expect, and how to maximize the results. You have all the knowledge you need to start your journey to lower your blood pressure naturally today. And I really hope that in 30 days, you'll come back here in the comments to share your experience, what results you achieved, and how you're feeling. Because your testimony can inspire others who are watching and are still unsure whether it's worth trying. And speaking of which, if this video was helpful to you, if you learned something new that could change your life, please leave a like below. A like isn't just a button. It's your way of telling me that this content is valuable, that I should continue bringing you information like this. And more importantly, a like allows YouTube to show this video to more people who also suffer from high blood pressure and need this information. So you're not just helping me, you're helping others find the solution they're looking for. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and activate the bell so you don't miss any new videos. Every week I bring you content about hypertension, natural health, and nutrition. Always based on science, always in a clear and practical way. And comment below now. Tell me what your current blood pressure is and if you'll start using lemons starting today. I read all the comments and, whenever possible, respond with specific guidance for each case. Let's create a community here of people who are in the same fight, supporting each other, sharing experiences, and overcoming hypertension together. Before I say goodbye, I want to leave you with one last message of hope. No matter how long you've had high blood pressure, no matter how many medications you take, no matter how many times you've tried to lower it and failed, today is a new day. Today you have new information, a new tool, a new chance. The lemon is there, waiting for you, ready to help you in your battle against hypertension. All you need to do is take the first step, squeeze that first lemon tomorrow morning, and then the second step, and the third, one day at a time, with consistency and faith that your body has the power to heal itself. You are not alone on this journey. I am here. This channel is here. This community is here to support you. So take a deep breath, believe in yourself, And let's go together toward victory over high blood pressure. Your health, your life, your future, all of this is in your hands. And I believe in you. See you in the next video with more valuable content for your health. A big hug, and may God bless you on this journey.